Hey guys, it is GlitchyLock, and I am here with an Enfield, gonna rape some bitches in the bum hole, even though I died right then. It's okay, it's alright, and a man in the bush. Alright, so I got something to talk about today, okay, so let's start from the start, alright? I work at a particular retail outlet. I'm not going to say which one because, you know, we get in trouble for saying stuff like that. We're not allowed to say which one it is because they don't like to be mentioned. But, so yeah, I work at a certain retail outlet, and I was working there on Sunday. And, you know, it was just a normal day, your casual Sunday morning. So, you know, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, we only just opened, so it's not busy in any way, you know. There's, you know, just the odd one or two customers that walk in the morning, and then more people start to gradually come after that. So, you know, I was just there in some random aisle down in kitchenware, because I'm a kitchenware kind of guy, and, well, I had a bit of a build-up, if you don't mind me saying. It was a build-up in the lower region of my body. It was in my bum, to be a bit more accurate there. I had to fart, basically. Alright, that's it. I had a bit of gas, and I needed to expel it, because it's not just like that little thing where you go, oh, I'll just hold that in. It was like a full-blown, strong-ass fart that was just pushing down on me. It was like, man, I gotta let this go. It was, you know, as discreetly as possible, of course, but, you know, it's just gotta sort of come out. So, you know, 9 o'clock in the morning, there's like one customer in the store, like the whole store, so I was like, alright, whatever, what's, you know. Alright, so I go to my aisle, pretend like nothing was happening, and just, you know, just let it go. And I was there just unpacking a box, and I was like, oh, that is rotten. That is disgraceful, you know? Like, you know, you can withstand your own smells. Like, I could sit, you know, it's quite disgusting to say this, but you can't admit it's not true. You could sit in your own fart for like a month. You know, it doesn't affect you in that way. It might be different for girls, but I know for me and other guys, it's seriously, you know, you can go, wow, that smells rotten, but in actual fact, you know, you could seriously just sit there for ages. So, alright, well, so I let off this ripper, and it tore through the aisle. It was just expanding at just such a rapid pace. You know, I could walk 10 or 20 meters in any direction and still get the full-blown smell of it. And so that's a bit of a worry. And well, the next thing that I know is that there's a customer about 30 meters away, just staring at me as if they need help. And I'm like, oh shit, well, if they walk over here, I'm fucked, because they're going to smell that, they're going to know it was me, they're going to be disgusted, they could go as far as to punch me in the groin, you know, it's just ridiculous. So, I was like, alright, so there's got to be something we can do here. So what I did was, I tried to meet I tried to walk towards them before, because they started walking towards me, so I tried to walk really fastly towards them, so that, you know, they'd walk 20% of the way, and I'd walk 80% of the way, and then, you know, it wouldn't really, you know, they wouldn't really be able to smell it, because it was, you know, 20 meters away from the fart. So I try to walk, and as soon as I get up, they start to see that I'm getting up to walk over to them. And they're genuinely nice people, so they're like, oh, no, stay there. And, you know, so they didn't want me to move too far, because they didn't want me to go to the effort of moving too far. So they kind of picked up the pace a little, started, you know, double timing it, and so I was like, oh shit. So I tried to meet them halfway, so we're having this little mini run battle at each other, trying to get there, trying to be the first one there, just because they're just trying to be nice, saying, oh no, you don't need to walk too far, and I'm trying to be, hey, you don't want to smell my shit. So, you know, I'm trying to pick up the pace, we're trying to meet there, And by the time I know it, I've probably walked about, I don't know, one and a half steps, and so we are both literally standing there in my own fart. But, you know, you can see it on their face. They're really trying not to notice. And they're just like, oh, can you help us with this? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And, you know, they're just really not. You can see it on their face, you know, that they can smell it. You can smell it. It is rotten. It is just dirty. It is disgusting. And they're just looking at me like, well, we know it was you. There's no one else here. We know you did that. And now we're both standing in it, pretending like it didn't happen. And that's what made it worse, because it was so awkward. The conversation that we had between each other would genuinely be twice as fast as this one was. But it was because it was just that awkward setting of standing in each other's fart. Well, I shouldn't say, why did I say each other's? Not each other, in my fart. Standing in my fart, it just made them go, oh, this is awkward. So we stood in it for twice as long as we probably should have. So, you know, it was rotten. It was really bad. So, you know, they tried to, you know, I tried to meet them halfway, and then, you know, it's just there, and it's just filling up the space. There's no one else around to blame it on, like you normally would, at like 1 o'clock in, you know, the afternoon, where it's around lunchtime, it's super busy, there's people everywhere. You could let one go, and no one would look at you any different, because they'll be like, oh, somebody farted, but chances are it probably wasn't this kid. Which, I'll admit, I've done that before. I've intentionally farted near people that I do not like. Perhaps maybe, like, kids in prams or anything. Oh, God, this one lady went to the toilet to change her kid's, like, nappy, because she goes, oh, I think, like, her friend was just like, oh, I think his name was Tyler, I think Tyler's done something in his nappy, and she's like sniffing, she's inhaling, deep inhales, you know, just like trying to pick up as much of it as she can, and I'm just like, oh, that's mine. And then she's like, yeah, it does, it must have been my kid. So she's genuinely left the store to go to the toilet to get the nappy changed, when it was actually my stank. So that was kind of funny. I thought that was pretty cool. But, you know, what do you do in that situation? When you're stuck in your own fart, it's really awkward. Like, I've always had this theory that, like, if maybe I inhale enough, that it'll no longer be outside, because, you know, I've inhaled it all. So I was, like, breathing deeper than I usually would when this man was walking towards me trying to breathe in my own fart. So I was just like, oh shit, here he comes. We're trying to walk halfway, meet him halfway, and I'm just like just trying to inhale as much. Then I realized, oh crap, I just breathe it out, and it was just horrible. It was rotten. It was disgusting. Oh god, it was shameful, to say the least, guys. I'm not impressed with myself in the least. You know, I don't know what to say. It's just a horrible moment, a horrible thing to happen to a person. I was just going about my business, then I had to drop something out of my pants, and yeah, it just happened. It's unfortunate, but well guys, that was my awkward situation that I've been in for the past week that I had to tell you about. But yeah, that's the end of this gameplay. 53-12 domination on drive-in. And guys, don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe for more. So, alright guys, see you again next week. Bye.